Hello everyone and welcome back to Terra Invicta, where last time we finally got our end game goals. So here we are, we need to close the wormhole and end the war. In order to do that, we need to make sure the aliens don't control any of Earth, which we've already done. We've been doing that rather aggressively as we've been going, so that's fine. But a bit more of a problem, we have to reduce the alien fleet power to no more than 25% of total fleet power. It is currently at 93%. And then once we've done all of that, we can then initiate this Kuiper-built close the gate mission. But that requires sending out a team to deep space, which we're not really capable of doing either. So we are going to have to really try and start hurting the aliens. We've been holding on against them for a while, recently got them down to no longer being massively angry at us. We do need to build up a fleet at this point and start taking them on, start pushing them back, destroying their fleets, destroying their resource caches, and really going on the offensive. Same time, pro-alien factions as well, so we'll have to take on the servants, but they're not really an issue. Every time we've engaged the servants, it's been incredibly one-sided. Down on Earth, we are still holding on. We're getting lots of issues with high levels of insurgency. We're just trying to keep all of that under control. We do have really good tech coming in right now. We've doubled that in the last couple of episodes. Nice amount of money. Pretty solid position, all in all. So yeah, let's get to it. Okay, and good news for starting there. Earth Guard is now complete. This is our new station to replace our old ship base in Earth orbit. Importantly, this one has 4 point defenses, so hopefully we'll be able to soak up a bit more damage. And 4 shipyard bays, so we can start cranking out ships a bit faster than we were able to do previously. Okay, just a slight upgrade to the Jacobite B class. New light coil gun, and I've swapped out the liquid hydrogen containment for slush hydrogen tankage. Gives us a really big boost to our exhaust velocity, which is effectively our delta V, so our fuel efficiency. Go build 4 of those to begin with, start rebuilding the Earth fleet. Nice, Washington now has space defences up. Okay, the Protectorate's finished networked propaganda and is now doing our space future. Right, my approach to try and stabilise my countries using welfare just isn't working. So at least on the less developed countries I'm going to shift over to just a unity focus. Okay, I'm building an experimental station, the Venus Flytrap. Building it around Venus, hence the name. Putting 4 defensive stations to try and damage any alien fleets that come out here. And then just got a bunch of op centers so it pays for itself in terms of mission control. Mostly just sticking it there, see if it'll get the aliens' attention. Nice, we've completed hybrid armor. Now I'm going to grab the Pharos drive because it's just kind of a straight upgrade of the Super Vortex drive we're currently using. Nice, completed Salamander autopsy. I'm going to go for alien robotics next. Spins off a whole load of possible things that we can add, make ships get built faster, and give us bonuses to army and military, so take a little bit of time, but really not too long these days. Okay, arrested a random Protectorate agent. Armenia's got independence from Russia once again. The aliens have decided we're a threat again. They're moving to Nano Station. They're gonna get that. Nothing I can do. Nano Station does have 3 defense platforms. No idea if that's going to be enough. We'll just have to see. Okay, I've got some kind of high yield weapons that are exploding big time. Yeah, I'm not able to keep up this bombardment. Okay, possibly. We've held off their initial barrage, only lost 1. Yep, then they disengaged. Did damage one of them when they made a pass. They're coming in for another station, launching a fleet for Mars Fleet as well. An absolutely massive fleet is heading out to Mercury. Well, the first of our new and improved Earth fleet has just launched. Okay, Project Exodus stole Mirror Cell Fusion Reactor and autonomous research groups. And Common Concern, I don't know who they're stealing all of this from, but being a bit of a pain in the ass. Okay, aliens attacking Earth Force Coordination Site. So this is my military science research base. Gonna get wiped out, but I'll just do the same as normal, use up their bombardment. Okay, they destroyed that base. I'm over my cap, so I can't replace that straight away. Attacking Lazev Station. Oh, they thought about attacking Lazev Station. Now they're attacking Lazev Station with their mega fleet. Oh no, they're not. They decided to go home. Good for them. Okay, I've got a loose packet on the way to Olympus Mons. So to slow it down, I'm just going to shoot it down, the safer option. So no damage to the Olympus Mons base. Nice, we've got the Pharos drive. I'll follow that up with Terawatt Gas Core Fission Reactor 2. Okay, the alien fleet decided not to engage my Mars fleet. Okay, stealing hybrid air-breathing rockets right back from Project Exodus. They're going to steal my tech, I'm going to nick theirs. They've stolen the Pharos drive. Problem is I can't really afford to have my people go into hiding to avoid this constant back and forth stealing because I'm barely holding on to the systems that I've got. And now stealing saltwater core reactor from Project Exodus. Just aggressively trading resources here for more ships for Earth fleet. Alright, Terawatt Gas Core Fission Reactor 2 is complete. More importantly though, I'm going to start research on the Triton Reflex drive, something that's just become available. It's a drive for the mirrored magnetic confinement fusion that we got last time. It is incredibly efficient and it relies on hydrogen, which all in all means that I should be able to design ships that still have decent enough thrust, not fantastic thrust, but decent enough, but can go effectively anywhere in the system, and can refuel from hydrogen-based planets. So I think this is our main drive going forward. Just going to take us about half a year to grab it, but fair enough. Arrested another passive Protectorate councillor. Nice. Turn that councillor that we arrested. Get some more info on what the Protectorate are up to. Nice, we completed alien robotic research. We're going to go for public behavioural monitoring, so helps resist the aliens doing things in sectors that we have executive control of. And we've got the cyborging research done. Okay, I'm going to do vital point shell targeting, so our magnetic weapons, which should include coil guns, do 10% bonus damage. That's another 3 ships of Earth fleet launched. Okay, mothership fleet is engaging Nano Station. Again, just not even managed to repair the damage array. I should have, but it's just not showing up. Bit weird. No, he doesn't have power or something. Either way, it's not going to survive. But we did force them to launch at least. Okay, it seems a bit bugged. The station's not able to use that defensive thing, but they don't seem to be able to target us either. Yeah, the fleet should definitely be within range of my station, but it's not firing, so it's just gotten itself really confused. Okay, aliens are bombarding Perry Crater. Now they're wiping that place out. I mean, Perry Crater's not really important anymore, so it's not the end of the world if that gets wiped out. Don't think I'll even bother rebuilding. Okay, let's see how the new Earth fleet holds out against alien fleet that they've dispatched, medium-sized alien fleet. Right, Just going to try and bunch my fleet up a little bit. Alright, here we go. Okay, lost some ships, they lost some ships. Okay, my hits are starting to get through their lasers. Don't know if we're getting through their defences though. Okay, so the problem is my coil guns are not managing to get through their defences. Lost another one of my ships. Yeah, the problem is even with all of these ships shooting at theirs, I just can't get through their laser defense. I've finally managed to deplete this one's lasers, so I guess I'll be taking out a dreadnought, hopefully. Yeah, I'm not really convinced that coil guns are the way to go here. Still losing ships here against their laser ships. But I did take out one of their frigates, that's something. Took out another one of theirs. We're at a rather odd stage here where I can't hurt them and they can't hurt me. We're just kind of exchanging coil gun type weapons that aren't getting through laser defences. I was hoping that I had kind of a critical concentration of coil guns that would drain their batteries. But my fleet's been a little bit split up and it's just not really managing to get that concentration of fire to force them to do something. I'm getting occasional hits, but the light coil guns I have just don't do that much against their armour. Yeah, I'm just going to let those last two pull back. Definitely a victory for us. We lost 4 ships, but the enemy lost 7 and 2 damaged. We got a load of resources out of it. Okay, so Criminal Syndicate is offering to sell Taiwanese nuclear missiles to the EU. I'm going to spend 5 grand to act as an intermediary. Means that the worst that happens is some of my agents get captured. Best that happens is I gain a nuke in Europe, which might be quite handy. Yep, got the warheads. Okay, unfortunately a very large alien fleet is now heading towards the remains of Earth fleet. Right, I think these are going to come out too late, but I'm just constructing some Freedom class ships just in case they can be ready before the aliens arrive. Okay, Protectorate has completed our space future and is now looking to do Ring Habs, which are the next size up in station. Okay. And yep, I've got a hold of the nukes, so I can now hand them over. I will hand them over to the EU. Massive population boost, apparently. Yep, the EU now has its first nuke back after I used all of them previously against the aliens. Okay, our turncoat Protectorate agent got arrested again, and this time he's gone silent. I think they just fired him when he got arrested. My ships didn't get built quite in time. Here we go, another large fight here. Okay, so gonna see if I can hide behind my layered defense arrays. They do just have so many ships though, it's probably gonna hurt really badly. Alright, they've already lost one of theirs. Oh god, their fleet was so big not all of them could spawn at once, so they've got reinforcements coming in. Okay, well that's not great for me. Alright, here we go. Alright, trying to bring my ships to a stop, since we are now all more or less in position, taking out another enemy ship. Alright, their lasers are still hurting us, but otherwise we're doing pretty good. Yep, as their ships get closer they take a lot of damage. I just lost a defense array, that's not the end of the world. They are losing a lot of ships here. More of their ships taking a hell of a lot of damage as they pass. Their destroyer here, the Dreadnought even, looks like it's crippled. Another one of theirs down. So I'm taking losses, but they are taking a lot more losses. It is their lasers that are doing the most damage to us right now. They just lost another battleship, another dreadnought even. Okay, lost another one. But one of their ships is in laser range of my station, and so it's taking a beating. Yeah, pretty much every time one of their ships gets a little bit brave and gets too close to the station, it just gets torn to pieces. So as long as I do have my ships in close proximity to each other, they can output enough coil gun rounds to take out the enemy, to kind of overwhelm the enemy defences. And here this one goes. I'm just trying to chase down the last two crippled ships. Fortunately, their crippled ships have been floating away for quite a while, so it's going to take a while to catch up to them, even max burning after them. Oh, caught their dreadnought. Took out the dreadnought. Now this other one's going too far, so I'm just going to let that go. Massive victory! So I only lost one ship. They went down from 3.5 thousand fleet strength to 99. Okay, I've chased down what's left of their rather battered fleet and then try and wipe it out once and for all. For some reason again it's given weird orders to one of my ships which I didn't give it, and so I lost a ship because of that bug. That's very annoying. Yeah, I don't know what it is that's randomly sending my ships pinging about, but it's incredibly annoying. But also quite like for there to be a setting that actually starts your ships close together, because even the tight setting, they're not within mutual defense range, and that's really what I want here. And their last little crippled ships can do nothing but just go headlong into my bombardment. There we go. Okay, so one annoying bug, but other than that, pretty clean victory. Okay, 2 of their ships blew through my fleet and escaped, everything else was wiped out. Okay, the aliens are tired of messing around with Earth Fleet, they're heading towards Belt Guard. Cool, Earth Fleet repaired and refueled. And a few days late, here are the extra escorts. Cool. Public behavioural monitoring is done, so the aliens suffer -2 on enthrall missions. The new Earth Force coordination site is online, replacing the one they blew up earlier. Gonna do alien warship study. 5% less damage isn't a huge amount, but it might just help make some of our ship's armour last just a tad more, and it's not going to take us too long to burn through that one. There we go. Next day, Triton reflex drive complete. Okay, I'm not sure if this is the best idea, but I'm going to go for this anyway. I'm going to look at the heavy UV arc laser cannon, really to put on a dreadnought to have some kind of consistent, just hitting constant damage. So I've got an idea of a dreadnought that I'm going to develop, and this would be quite useful. It is going to take a long while though. Okay, so here is my experiment. The Vindicta class dreadnought, using our brand new engine tech, has just ridiculous delta V, enough that it can do a really aggressive burn for Jupiter, getting there in 20 weeks, which is pretty good. Can refuel at Jupiter, which gives me very long range strike capability, and otherwise its main form of defense is all of the lasers. It does have a pair of those light coil gun batteries, which have been doing pretty decent so far. So a pair of these makes this have the same coil gun output as a pair of Jacobites. And then we've got these 3 laser guns on the front, reinforced with laser engines to keep up the damage, even if we can't get through their laser defences. Pretty big project. Each one costs 25 money a month, which is a fair bit. It's going to cost us quite a while to get these things built, but I'm hopeful that these are going to be pretty decent. And I have actually run out of volatiles, so I'll need to keep an eye on that. Volatiles is the thing we've been lacking for a while. For now we can put 4 of those into production, so let's see how they do. It's going to build another pair of those, actually not a belt station because that might be coming under attack. I'm going to build another pair out at Red Planet, can join my other forces. Okay, one of the mothership fleets is engaging one of my bases. Wasn't really a critical site, I might just leave that one go for now. It was more a nice to have site than one I really needed. Instead I'm going to build a base on a very good volatiles mining site, just because we really need some more volatiles. Should be relatively okay. This is a main belt one. Okay, Humanity First has completed neutronium containment. They're now going on to predictive genetics. Okay, a little bit more serious. A alien fleet is engaging belt fleet. Can experiment with the cloud formation. There we go. Oh well, shit. Cloud formation has decided that my dreadnought should be placed in the centre of the goddamn map. My dreadnought's going to be eaten. There really isn't much I can do about that. Try and pull the other ships back. Yeah, this is the problem of messing around with different formations, is some of them are just really fucky. The actual cloud itself is okay, but again, too spread out for the ships to really offer each other... Well, I guess they can offer each other mutual support. But it's just left the dreadnought out there to die. Nothing I can really do but push play. Yep. Dreadnoughts on their own are just not enough, which I already knew. And they're not really able to offer mutual support here. I'm just getting ripped to pieces. Too many of the old frigates. Yeah, my missiles just aren't even getting through their basic defences here. Missiles aren't really doing enough damage to kill them anymore anyway. Okay, missiles are definitely out. Well, despite the loss of our Dreadnought early on, we'd seem to do pretty well in this one. A lot of our old frigates really aren't managing to keep up anymore, but still, large amount of concentrated fire we have does still hurt them. Okay, so most of their fleet is now just fully disengaging. Okay, so we survived. Took some bad losses, but we survived. Okay, and I'm designing a altered version of the Jacobite class. This is the B4. This is our interplanetary version. So with our new fancy Triton reflex drive and a remass scoop. Build a couple of those around the belt station. Nice, we've got vital point shell targeting done. Some magnetic weapons will do a little bit more. I'm going to quickly grab the elite marine assault units. Okay, they've damaged one of my bases. Doesn't look too bad. Yep, blew up their fleet in return for minor damage of our base. Always a good trade. Project Exodus nicking my stack again. Okay, another smuggling ring. Gonna look into it quietly. Uncovered the ring. Okay, we got those elite marine assault units. I do just want to grab the fusion platform kit so that we can put a module on a spaceship that lets us found a platform for rearming and refueling purposes. Gonna have a dedicated sort of support ship that's gonna go along with the fleet while they start to expand outwards. Alright, gonna try sending in the Marines for the smuggling ring, and they managed it. Got a public opinion boost all around the world. Captured someone from the initiative. Got a fusion platform kit is done. Okay, relatively cheap tech. I'm going to do augmented learning, boost our knowledge. Alright, got the alien warships tech, so we're going to take less damage from the enemy. Okay, I'm going to do a pretty big tech here. It's 30,000 research points, but ferrocite resistance increases our defences to being influenced by alien ferrocites. Seems a useful thing to get. So it is going to take a while, just over a year, but I think that one's going to be quite valuable long term. Okay, so this is the Ark class transport, really meant as a utility vessel to follow the fleet. It's got some basic defences. Main point of it is it's carrying the assault units, it's carrying a spare platform kit that it can use, has plenty of Delta V, so it's not going to slow the fleet down. Okay, so trading a large amount of my reserves for a huge amount of volatiles with the Academy should balance our resources for a while at least. Gonna build another 2 Vindicta class dreadnoughts around the Mercury. They're gonna catch up with the rest of the fleet as well. Nice, and America's just ticked over the next research cap, so they've got fancy looking armies, invasion age armies. Another coup in Canada. I'll have to fight back to regain control of that. Grabbed a servant councillor to my side. Alright, retake an executive control of Canada. Alright, reclaim Canada. Okay, I'm going to build yet another pair of dreadnoughts out by Belt Fleet. By the time the fleet is gathered together, it should be pretty strong. Nice, I got deuterium fusion research done. Increases the global nuclear fusion tech by 1. Let's start doing colony hubs, make our larger bases on the ground. Don't have the best boost for it, but we'll just see how we do. Galanian fleet is heading towards Venus flytrap. Should be there on the 11th of September. Singapore. Okay, Southeast Asia is in a bit of a weird war. Okay, alien fleet is engaging Cleopatra station. I'm going to dispatch Earth fleet to intercept. Okay, I'm just going to dump 17 grand into lowering America's inequality. Quite expensive, but hopefully this will eventually start stabilizing. Okay, augmented learning is done. I'm going to go for loyalty training just in case the enemy start to target my people. Okay, Project Exodus has done predictive genetics. They're now doing terawatt fusion reactors. Okay, Leighton Go's got the declining trait. He is getting pretty old. Okay, another alien fleet's heading towards prototype station. And here we go, the Vindicta class dreadnoughts have launched around Earth. I'm going to build a pair of arc classes, then a pair of the Jacobite B4 classes to reinforce that fleet. There we go. Earth fleet is now very sizable. Okay, alien fleet engaging Venus flytrap. Okay, let's just see how this goes. I can't control anything, but do have a pretty decently defended station, so I've got something at least. And here we go. Okay, first bombardment clear. Let's see if I can hold on to the second. Did it all without damage. Nice. There goes one alien ship. The lasers are just starting to cut through them. Alright, so I've got a severely damaged destroyer that's drifting off. Everything else has been destroyed. The dreadnought is making a close approach, which probably isn't good for the dreadnought, really. Alright, they're out of battery, so my weapons are starting to hit home. And I just have to see if I can do enough damage before they get out of weapons range, because they are just drifting at this point. No, I don't quite have the damage. They're going to disengage at that point, fair enough. Still a very big victory for us. 2 ships destroyed, 2 ships heavily damaged. All for the sake of a station whose sole purpose is to draw enemy fire. Okay. Their fleet decided not to show at Cleopatra Station, so my fleet is moving to engage one of their damaged ones. Okay, the Quince formation is definitely fucked up as well. Really, it just seems like the line formation is the only formation that actually works in this, which is really quite annoying. Still, my Jacobite bees do a good job at holding their own, at least when they don't override my orders. Seriously, just actually stop when I tell you guys to stop. Yeah, they get little delta V boosts when they get too close to each other, which is what's screwing everything up. Oh. Victor classes are getting in range now. Vindicta classes are definitely doing their job. There we go, it took one hit, otherwise all good. Well, with that victory under our belts, I think that's a pretty good spot to leave that there for today. So we've got our interplanetary fleet. The ships did really well in that little mini engagement there. Getting some new ships in about 80 days, and then we are going to go really on the offensive. My plans for next time is initially clear up Earth orbit, take out any small fleets they've got around here. I also want to take over a servant base. The servants have a really quite good fission material site on the moon, which I'd like to take away from them. And then we're going to begin pushing out. I really want to start clearing up everything that the aliens have in the inner solar system and start hunting all of these belts that they are mining from, trying to reduce their economics. So I'm going to try gathering all those destroyed dreadnoughts that I've got, put them all together, and then start hitting these outer bases. So, it seems like next time we're going to have quite an active one on our hands. A lot of new fighting is going to be going on, so I hope you join me for that. Anyway, if you enjoyed this, please do consider leaving a like and or subscribe. It really does help the channel, and otherwise I hope to catch you next time. Until then, remember to be kind to yourselves and everyone else. Cheers.